Taurus rising, this is your monthly reading, your tarot check-in for the month of July 2024. If you're here and you've never heard of a rising sign, don't know how that's different than just being a Taurus, I invite you to check in the link in the description below to get your full natal chart, and you'll find your ascendant sign, which is another word for rising. And that is the reading that you will be looking for, whether that's Taurus or not. I welcome you back. Having said that, I have started this video on the wrong screen, but you know what? I'm a little tired. Maybe you're feeling a little tired after the events of the last couple weeks, but we're just going to get through it. So these are the cards I'm going to be using for you for this reading. We've got the As Above and So Below decks that I'll be using for you two astrology rounds. The So Below deck we're going to do first. That has everyday experiences and pictures of people going through real life practical experiences that are shown through the tarot. And then with the why does this have a water spot on it? Life's not perfect. With the As Above deck, we're looking more for the inner workings of what you're really experiencing here. and you know, the bigger purpose and learning experience through all of it. We're also going to get a message from your animal spirit guides oracle card, just to kind of give you an overall theme of what you're going through this month. And then at the end, I'm going to pull a spell deck card. If you're interested in doing a little practical magic this month and you find that interesting or fun, we'll get a card that pertains to you. If not, just dismiss it. It's no big deal. Either way, this month I'm going to be pulling all the cards off camera so it doesn't waste your time. So I'll go and do that and then I'll be back. Okay, Taurus rising, I pulled for your animal card, the elk. It says, stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect you deserve. I love that. And I know Taurus rising. And couldn't be more true. So we already got a little confirmation there. I like that a lot. So for your first card, we have how you appear. This is how others see you. And we have the Lovers reversed. So they see you as not going along to get along right now. They see you as maybe not making a commitment at this time. Maybe they don't really know where you stand. I wanted to look this one up actually in my reversals book and just see what it says, if I can find it quickly. There it is. They see you not being in a relationship, not having passion or desire, not having solid personal beliefs, or avoiding an ethical choice. Standards not being met. Maybe not staying true to your ideals. If someone's known you a long time, they may feel like you're behaving in a new way. And I see other cards to support this. And they're like, you know, what happened to your values? You know, you used to value, you know, with the Knight of Cups here, if we jump ahead, like you used to be very nice and put on a pretty face and be very gentle and kind. And now you're just over here telling it like it is, like what happened. And they're kind of put off balance by something having changed in you, or you've adopted maybe a new way of thinking. But I would also just say that you're not being seen as being supported right now. Maybe people around you are like, man, they're kind of standing off on their own right now. They could really use the support. Or gosh, everyone's kind of turned against them. What the hell? Like, you know, that's how they see you. That's not how it truly is. I even have cards that say otherwise here. So we'll keep going. So what you value, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Giving to the point of having nothing could be one interpretation for this. But it could also be, and this isn't what you value. Excuse me. Hold up. That's the next round. This is what you have. It's a person who's having to hold tightly and cling tightly to their resources, maybe out of self-protection, maybe out of a feeling of lack. This could also be like feeling like you don't have the power and the authority to do very much that you would like to do. Maybe you feel disempowered or like you can't be a leader in your current situation. You may feel like your money isn't really right in the way that you would like it to be. You may feel like you're out of control over your money situation. So next we have, what are you thinking about? And this is the Knight of Cups reversed. So usually Knight of Cups is like the romantic knight that is like offering a cup of emotion and being very emotionally open and vulnerable. Here it's like guard up and where all the gloss is gone. Like we are not sugarcoating things. You're thinking about being more straight up, direct, and honest. About presenting yourself as you are, or what you really saying, what you really think. You're thinking about you're taking the rose-colored glasses off and the way that you think about your situation, about other people, and you're really approaching it from a more critical perspective and realist perspective. Next we have home. What's going on at home? We have the Ten of Swords, which is an ending. So maybe you moved out of your past place that you were living, or like it definitely could be a recent move. But this is also a card of like your internal self and like what felt comfortable to you, or what feels comfortable to you. What felt comfortable to you no longer does. And I think that is maybe that major change that others are seeing in you, that you've kind of put an end to something about your comfort needs and how that was affecting like your thoughts and your self-expression too. Because with this change, you're something is dead, done, and died. Like over the last month, I don't know if you went through some crazy things, but you're over it now. You're not taking any more of the bullshit. And now you're comfortable with being direct and not sugarcoating things and seeing things for what they really are. And that's kind of taking some people aback, but that's their problem, right? Next we have your self-expression with the Knight of Wands reversed. I mean, the Page of Wands. This deck's a little strange. The Page of Wands reversed, which is not feeling like you're being heard, not being able to communicate your desires and your needs clearly. Definitely a breakdown in communication with how you're being able to express yourself. It's an issue this month where you want to state clearly, like, okay, this is what I need and this is what I want. Either it's not being heard, or you just don't feel comfortable in saying that part for whatever reason, but you're having a hard time communicating your needs this month. So next we have work. What's going on at work? We have the Ace of Cups and the Star. I think that you are giving a lot at work, and there's an emotional fulfillment coming in terms of something that you've been dreaming for or wishing for. So something really good surrounding work is coming for you this month, which is great. And I can't help but wonder if it's not because you've taken these rose-colored glasses off and started trying to speak your mind. Hopefully you'll be liberated enough to do that. But either way, with a major ending here and then this new beginning here, a major ending in your comfort needs, I feel, is part of why you're now getting this opportunity that you've been waiting for and hoping for. Because you've changed something about what makes you comfortable or uncomfortable, right? Like Maybe previously you were uncomfortable with ruffling feathers or advocating for yourself. And now you're like, no, I'm going to say what I need to say, or I'm going to get this out there. And because you've done that, now you have this opportunity here that has finally come around for work. Others, this is your relationship, if you're in one, or whoever you're most closely attached to at this moment, whether that's family, friend, co-worker, or a romantic partner. We have the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Wands reversed, and the Judgment card. So there's a burden around this person. So it's a lot of hard work, okay? And you don't feel like you're prepared at all for what's coming next. You may even feel like the odds might be stacked against you. However, your intuition and like some kind of like message or realization has happened in your relationship with this person that is letting you know that even though this is a lot of hard work, even though you don't know what's coming next and you don't feel prepared, this is the right course of action. And maintaining this burden and being willing to kind of be starting off on the left foot or maybe even be at a disadvantage, it still is the burden worth having. And you're definitely being guided by a realization or a special sort of maybe intuition. This card is just like I've been through it all, and I now know in the deepest way it is possible to know about the truth of some matter. And you feel that way about this relationship, that it is worth it, that you can do it, even though the odds look stacked against you. Others involved. So what this person has, they're definitive. 2 of Swords reversed. They have a certainty about their choice. They have made a choice and they are certain about it. Maybe that can kind of alleviate some doubts or worries about where they might stand. But we're getting certainty here. They are absolutely standing 10 toes down on their choice. Maybe that's a choice to remain with you, even though things are difficult. Maybe that's a choice to make a change in their life, and they're committed to that. Next, we have, what are you hoping for? What's your aspiration? No, what are you learning? I keep getting mixed up, man. I'm like trying to skip ahead. Are you trying to skip ahead in your life and get to the good part? Like, I get it. You've probably been on this journey for quite a minute with 10s here. 7 of Swords, you are learning a need to be strategic. And if we relate this back to the rose-colored glasses off, tell it like it is, honesty hurts, thought process, I would say that this is wonderful, an amazing progression for you. The thing is that there is a time and place to express this, and there's also a way. The when, the how is very important. So you're learning how to be strategic about how you keep it real, and apply your new willingness to communicate. And that's going to be a bit of a trial and error matter for you this month, but keep at it. So what will you have built? If nothing changes, by the way, what will you have built by the end of this month? And we have the 9 of Wands reversed. You're going to no longer have the need to be defensive. You're not going to have to be on your guard as much. Maybe it comes with this wish fulfillment here as well. But you can finally let your guard down. You won't be feeling injured or othered, perhaps. But you'll finally be able to let your guard down at the end of this month. Something good is coming. What are the friends doing? What are the friends doing? Here. Help! I probably need a nap. I don't know. Tower reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. They are willing to support you this month in rebuilding yourself, your self-esteem, maybe even your living situation or your financial situation or your mental health situation, right? Tower reverse is building that tower back again. And this time it's on strong foundations, because when we have that shocking, it all comes crumbling down moment that is shown, depicted in the tower upright, the tower comes crumbling down because the foundation wasn't solid to begin with. It's like a house of cards that was built on living someone else's truth, or being uncertain about who we really are, what we really want. And so we kind of built a life based around that, but it was never really stable to begin with. So it's showing this month that you have friends that are willing and able to support you and let you lean on them. And I think you'll be supportive to them as well in some respects, but they're willing to let you lean on them in order for you to build this tower back and kind of be in a recovery, and not so much emotional recovery or anything like that. There's lots of other cards that could show that. This is an all-encompassing, like, let me get my life to, better than it was. And like, let me finally build this foundation that's grounded in truth, and they'll be cheering you on and supporting you in doing that. So what's challenging you this month? We have the Eight of Swords reversed and the High Priestess. So Eight of Swords reversed is a long process of digging yourself out of a trap, out of a prison of sorts. You're leaving prison. And, in order to leave prison, for you, you're needing to use your intuition. And this is kind of difficult for you, either in general, or maybe you're not used to doing this, or just this month. And this kind of goes back to even like what you're doing in a relationship, that even though the practical things around it are like, God, this is so hard and I don't have what it takes maybe, but like, I need to do this anyway. And I don't know why. Similarly, with the challenges that you're facing this month, you are working on the process of dismantling years and years of mental habits and belief systems that need to come down for you to transform like the phoenix here and fully leave a old part of yourself behind. And this process is intuitional. You aren't going to be able to get the answers from others. You aren't going to have any practical basis behind it in a lot of cases, which that could be disruptive to you as a Taurus rising. Of course, you're looking for practical things to guide you typically. But this is really building you in your intuition and knowing when is the right. I'm reminded of this card in another deck, like the thorn and the rose. When is the right application of the thorn? Setting a boundary, providing discipline, being firm, maybe even harsh, like a harsh truth, tough love. And when is the proper application of the rose? Being gentle, providing love, being soft, allowing things to happen and being passive. And you're learning through your intuition when and where is the right application of both of these matters, because you're willing to do the tough stuff now. And I think that's what's changed for you. But when and where is that okay? And with the elk, maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with respect that you deserve. It's like sometimes dignity is expressed through the thorn, standing your ground, creating a boundary, providing discipline, or tough love. And sometimes the dignity is created through love, like being more passive, gentle, understanding, and all of those other things. Knowing which one is the right one to choose is not for you going to be understood in a practical way, in a logical way, because this is probably very new to you. being in both these modes together and not just one or the other. And so because it's all new and you're not very well practiced in it, you need to rely on your intuition. And intuition in this case is, it, it may be hard. It's a hard thing to explain, first of all, if you're not very familiar with it. But I think this experience here, with your person, whoever this is to you, this is a part of intuition. It's a knowing. It's like, I don't know why I know, but I know. In this moment, this is what I need to do. And there's no practical basis for it. There's no logical basis for it. Or maybe there is, okay? But that's not relevant. What's relevant is something deep in your gut, something, and intuition is best felt too when you're at peace with yourself. You may be experiencing a stressful situation. You may be under some stress or something dramatic is going on. But if in that moment you can say, no matter which way I choose, things will be okay, then you can properly hear that intuition. If things were okay, no matter what I did, what would I choose to do? What am I going to do? Maybe that can help you. All right, so I'm going to pause again and get your next round of cards, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got your round of cards. Let's go ahead and get into it. First card is who you are, and we have the Hermit with the Nine of Swords. So, right now you're really exploring and thinking a lot about mental health issues. Maybe you've been experiencing a lot of anxiety lately, but you're really trying to figure out what the source of it is. And you could also be kind of withdrawing a little bit from public life, spending as much time with friends or going out and things like that. But it's because you're really deeply thinking about, things that are troubling you, and you want to get to the source of it. So what you value at the Seven of Cups, you value clarity. You really value knowing what you want and going for it. And okay, sorry for that abrupt pause. Seven of Cups reverse. Yes, you value clarity, truth, knowing what you want and going for it. What needs to change? Three of Earth reverse. Three of Pentacles reverse. I mean, right now you're learning something that's brand new to you, and you are like the apprentice, and you are working on becoming a master, which means that this whole process is going to take some time because you are learning about the right application of being honest and setting boundaries and being real and straight up and not sugarcoating things. And the balance between that and being gentle and kind and passive and whatever, right? Okay, these two different modes of behavior, you're learning the balance, you're learning when is the right application for both. And you're new to this. And it's going to feel like you don't know what you're doing for a while because you don't, but you have intuition to guide you. And so that's kind of where you're at, is you're learning and mastering this. And we'll see as we go what that's going to lead to for you. So what is driving you? We have the Page of Earth reversed, and we have the Magician reversed. So Page of Earth reversed is like, feeling like you don't have anything to offer. With the Magician, it's like, you feel like you're not good enough, or you don't have everything that you need to do a certain thing. Maybe you feel like you can't learn, because this can also be like a student card. You can't learn because you don't have what it takes. And, with this driving you, of course, I want to caution you against that type of behavior. You're just new in the game with this new thing, and it's just going to take some time. I also see with the page, or with the Magician reverse, that's my petty card. So I would say if you are driven by pettiness, remember this card here, the Elk. Maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. So if you're inspired to be petty at any time this month, hopefully your intuition will step in and be like, better not. Because that's not a true boundary. That's a, let me get my revenge against you because you did something I didn't like, or, things of that nature. So maintain your dignity, okay? Now, what do you need to have the courage to do? We have the Death reversed with Five of Swords reversed. Do not change the part of your value system that does not want to let you become a bully, to win at any cost. This is something that in this process of learning, you may have previously believed that people that set boundaries are bullies. That's not the case always. It can be, but it's not the case. It doesn't have to be the case for you. They're saying in this process of learning boundaries, of learning, telling it like it is and being honest and not hiding your true feelings about something, even if they may ruffle some feathers or, disappoint someone because they're not hearing what they wanted to hear. That process does not need to lead to you becoming a bully, a win at all cost type of person. And so the tarot is telling you, do not change that about yourself. That's a very good and valuable thing that you have, where you're not willing to win at all costs, where you are willing, you're not willing to do anything it takes to win. That's a valuable part of yourself that you need to not change. Hold on to that. That's a portion of your dignity, by the way. So what is a detail you may miss? And with this one, it's kind of specific. When you have this wish fulfillment, you may feel like you have a level of imposter syndrome here. And when that happens, you may feel like I don't have enough. I'm not good enough again here. So the detail that you need to pay attention to is when you get what you've been asking for and hoping for, make sure that you recognize that you do have what it takes. You may be new in the game, whether that's a promotion or new job, a raise, a new set of tasks, or anything like that. Recognize that you're working to have everything that you need to do the job effectively, and that you were offered this because you were ready for it, because it was meant for you. And with the Empress reverse, this is sort of like mommy dearest energy, and it's saying don't be overbearing on others. Don't allow yourself to fall into the trap of being a controlling for the purposes of protection or to make sure everything's done right or just so. Don't use emotions to manipulate to get what you want in the situation. The Empress upright is someone who has everything that she needs. She's wise, compassionate, but also she's an Empress. She will not be manipulated, torn down, made to feel less, or anything like that. So when you get this wish fulfillment, it's reminding you that you deserved it. Even if you don't feel like you're completely ready to be who you would like to be in the situation, remember that it's a process and that you deserved it. You belong there where you are, and that you can do this. It's just going to take time to get used to the situation. So with the others involved here, we have the 10 of Pentacles reversed with the Devil reversed. So in your relationship, or with other people that are strongly affecting you at this time too, I want to say, there may be a separation. You may have left like a family home. You may have left a situation where there was a lot of security or longevity there. maybe there's some instability now, financial or practical, especially like maybe there was like multiple incomes coming into the home and now it's just you. Maybe, you were like caring for parents or for children or grandparents. And now you've kind of been like, okay, I don't have time or I can't do this. And it's suggesting the reason being is because there was a toxic relationship there that needs to be rectified. And you got yourself out of that. Whether you were being blamed for things that you weren't deserving of can be another message from the devil reversed, or simply that it was a toxic environment, that the people around each other weren't good for each other. You've kind of broken ties with something that was harmful and toxic to you, even though it set you off balance with your financial stability. It was worth it because you're no longer suffering just to have that financial stability. And I still go back to saying that you do have this knowing that if this, this relationship is worth it, but yeah, there may be a step back or sort of a separation of money, a separation of living space or something like that was needed because it was just toxic at this time. But you just don't know really where you're going with the shed. And that's understandable. But that was the reason why you did it. And it was a good reason too. So secrets that you may miss, or secrets that you don't know about. We have, this is the circle. That is strength reversed and the Two of Cups reversed. So you're not realizing right now that this requires patience and you're being impatient with yourself. That I know that this has been an ongoing situation with all these tens, like I said, but this is a long-term situation. What you are really doing right now with this long process of learning and mastering this part of yourself, about being honest and straight up and truthful, is that you are coming into alignment with an offer that you deserve, but you will not be ready to be an equal partner in that offer, whether that's a relationship, a dream job, whatever the case may be, whether that's this or something else. There's something that wants to come towards you and something that you've been wanting to, I think. But it's more of an ideal rather than a practical situation, like a real life, like I want this specific job. It's more of like, I would like if I could feel this way, or if I could have this kind of a relationship that feels this way. Maybe you don't have a particular person in mind, but this is something that you need to have patience with, because this process is making you an equal to this thing that you're wanting. So you've got to get through this first to get to that. And that's a secret that you may not know about. What are you aspiring for right now? It's the King of Water, the King of Cups. You just want to be a leader who is kind, compassionate, protective in all the right ways, open with their emotions in all the right ways. But you can see she's holding these jars of water. It's conserving one's emotional energy as well, or you're not going to expend emotions and feeling insecurities, unworthiness, and things like that. You're going to have reserves of emotions to give back to yourself in difficult times, to say, I can do this. I am worth this opportunity or this situation I've found myself in. I am worthy. I am in the process of learning, and I have to be kind to myself and to others in this process. And so you're really just aspiring to have a great deal of emotional maturity through all of this, which is great. I think you'll get there. Learning about this Knight of Cups reverse is definitely a big step on that journey. So what is your achievement this month? We have Five of Cups reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. With the Five of Cups reversed, you're seeing the positives in difficult things that you've been through. You finally got to a place where things that have been troubling you, that you've been worrying about, you're going to start to see the cup half full with those things, where you say, well, I didn't really get what I wanted, or I've been feeling really down, but in the process of this, I learned this about myself, or I learned that I could be really strong in a way that I didn't realize prior. Additionally, you're more willing to be supported. You're more willing to not be so independent and doing everything yourself. You're willing to ask for help, to rely upon others, and even to delegate. You may feel some kind of way about a dependency this month, but you may also be more willing to see good things about receiving help from others, especially if you've been one that's so willing to give help all the time. Like, where is your opportunity to receive? Are you not ever going to experience what you're giving to everyone else? I think you're going to start to be more positively minded about receiving help. How are others affected? How will they be inspired by you was kind of my question in pulling these cards. And I got the Six of Cups, unconditional love, healing the child self. I got the Page of Wands reversed, and the High Priestess again. So they're kind of seeing that your manner of giving love and helping others, expecting nothing in return, does not need to be spoken, but can simply be felt and known intuitionally. And that is something that is really inspiring to people around you. You're not asking for acknowledgement. You're not shouting out your own praises and tooting your own horn. You're just simply doing unconditionally loving acts, even behind the scenes. And if you're able to use your intuition to properly do the rose and the thorn scenario, right, that I talked about earlier, where sometimes you give and sometimes you set boundaries, and that will really inspire people, because they will see that you seem to just know when is a good time to be kind and compassionate, and when is a good time to let a motherfucker know that they're not allowed to cross that boundary with you, and that they need to treat you with respect, or whatever the case may be. That will be inspiring, because they're going to see that you inhabit with the two, as well, the sword and the cup. You can inhabit both aspects within yourself, a multidimensional person. It's inspiring to see. And I think that back with the elk and the dignity, the dignity is both setting that boundary and maintaining your unwillingness to bully others, your kindness, your compassion. You're still unconditionally giving, yet you maintain a boundary to honor yourself in the process of that. You're not giving yourself, martyring yourself away. You do it in a way that is very measured and wise. And what needs releasing with the Justice card and transformation. So I already kind of talked shit on Libra energy last reading, and I guess I'm going to talk about Libra energy again. But Libra is ruled by Venus, and so is Taurus. So maybe there's some connections there. I don't know. But the Justice is a Libra card. And what I was talking about in the last reading is that Justice tries to be blind, just like Libras they'll play devil's advocate. They'll try to see things from all sides, but there's a blind spot for people, not just Libras, anybody, and the acknowledgement of their morality and what is right and what is wrong. And so what this is suggesting here is that your sense of right and wrong needs adjustment. And I think it's part of this feeling of unworthiness is contributing to that. Because there's this over here, I don't want to be a bully. And Tarot is saying, the Spirit is saying, yes, don't be a bully, but don't think that setting boundaries means you're a bully. There's just a little bit of readjustment that needs to happen with your sense of right and wrong, what's okay and not okay. And that readjustment is going to set your mind at ease too, because you're really being called to be more real and more authentic. And maybe even to speak your mind, although it's going to take a little bit longer. We're not seeing that get to its fullest expression this month, but it's on the way. And this is something that you've got to bring into the scenario somehow. And if there's no place for being real, being honest, being direct, being clear, letting go of your not having to be on your defensives, because you already, prior to all of this, said right at the beginning, no, it's not okay. There needs to be space for that in your morality compass. You're doing pretty good. I'm excited for this opportunity coming towards you, and just know that you deserve it. Of course, you can learn and grow more into it, but you're learning on the job, like maybe literally, and be patient with yourself, because there's even more good things coming to you down the line. All right. So finally, I'm going to pull a spell deck card for you. Taurus rising has set you off on your way into July. Oh, man. Why are all your cards falling on the floor? Okay. Oh, there's 3. I just want 1. Okay. What are these other ones? These are all new moon. Okay, these are both new moons. Whatever. I'm going to trust myself on this. New moon, candle consecration. If you are looking for love, perform this rite and you will soon find a lover to satisfy your needs. On the night of the next new moon, take 2 pieces of rose quartz and place them on the floor in the center of your bedroom. Light 2 red candles and use this affirming chant. Beautiful crystal, I hold this night, flame with love for my delight. Goddess of love, I ask of you, guide me in the path that is true. Harm to none as love comes to me. This I ask, and so it shall be. And I'll hold that up so y'all can see it, and you can pause and read it if you want to. All right, and that's all I have for you this month, Taurus. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, I'm going to cut this together in post. That's all I have for you this month, Taurus rising. I hope you enjoyed that with the technical difficulties and everything. Be patient with yourself. You be screwing up too. Like, that's okay. We all have to learn somehow. So other than that, my name's Podkane. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next month. Bye.